There's a reality you aren't allowed to see. That prickling sensation at the base of your skull, the inescapable feeling that you are being watched. That's a biological warning. In the digital age, we have been conditioned to accept surveillance as a byproduct of convenience, but the truth is far more predatory. We are currently being targeted by a subversive communist organization and coup, a structure operating from the shadows and deep underground to facilitate global enslavement. This is what's described by the Big Sister Hidden Technology Report, a chilling archive of psychological and biological warfare. This whistleblower document exposes a reality where the global population is viewed as mere livestock to be monitored, impoverished, and harvested. This video will show the technical receipts and the names behind this grid, unmasking the hidden technologies currently being used to manage the human genome as a corporate asset. Let's take a look at their patented neural manipulation. The most damning evidence of this global coup is found in public records. The deep state has hidden their arsenal in plain sight through the United States Patent and Trademark Office. These are not speculative theories either. They're all documented technologies for behavior modification and remote biological control. Patent number USP6488617. It's a method and device for producing a desired brain state. It uses magnetic fields to monitor and alter brain states continuously until a target state is achieved. Patent number USP60119991. This is a communication system including brainwave analysis. It compares brainwaves against pre-recorded patterns to detect and decode specific thoughts or phrases remotely. Patent number USP3951134. This is an apparatus for remotely monitoring and altering brainwaves. It transmits interfering electromagnetic signals to sense and change electrical activity in the brain from a remote position. USP51599703. A silent subliminal presentation system. This utilizes non-oral carriers in very low or very high audio frequency ranges. These carriers are modulated with intelligence and propagated vibrationally or acoustically. This allows for the direct inducement of information into the brain, effectively bypassing conscious hearing to implant thoughts or commands. USP58898870. Acoustic heterodyne. It uses resonant cavities to interfere at least 2 ultrasonic wave trains. When the frequency difference is in the sonic range, a new wave is created. Audible sound, including hypnotic suggestions, is created at the specific point of impact, which would be the subject. Bystanders hear nothing, facilitating the gaslighting of the target. USP65061148. Nervous system manipulation via monitors. This technology excites sensory resonances using pulsed electromagnetic fields from computer or TV screens. By modulating screen pulses at 0.5 Hz or 2.4 Hz, an operator can induce physiological states like sleepiness or sexual excitement. The 2.4 Hz frequency is specifically noted for causing a knot in the stomach and slowing cortical activities. USP48777027. A hearing system that radiates the head with microwaves, 100 to 10,000 MHz, modulated in frequency-modulated bursts. This produces microwave hearing, the sensation of sound originating inside the skull, allowing for voice-to-skull, V2K, transmissions. These hidden technologies prove that mind control is a technical reality. This infrastructure allows the Cabal to operate with zero trace evidence, bypassing the Fourth Amendment entirely. Quote, "It is unfortunate that very few people are aware of these behavior modification capabilities. I doubt there are any laws to protect us from such manipulation. Let us spread this information so that we might assure that these technologies are not used for harm, but rather only for the benefit of humankind." Unquote. Fred Burks, former White House insider. The report identifies the architects of this system as a collection of serial papal bloodlines and undiagnosed subclinical psychopaths suffering from parasitic psychosis and malignant narcissistic personality disorder. They also more than likely aren't even human. They utilize genome redlining to track subjects as avatars, often with the ultimate goal of inducing stress to adrenalize their flesh and glands for harvest. The architect hierarchy is as follows. Family bloodlines, possible relatives of the giants or Nephilim, the Saturnian Brotherhood, specifically surnames ending in son, such as Anderson, Olsen, and Peterson. Serial papal dynasties, houses of Borja, Orsini, Medici, and Saxe-Coburg-Gotha. Elite dynasties, the Rothschild, Rockefeller, Kennedy, Astor, Lee, and DuPont bloodlines. Corporate and religious fronts. Project for a New American Century, PNAC. Signatories including Joe Biden, Dick Cheney, Donald Rumsfeld, and John McCain. Technological and military nodes, DARPA, IBM, Honeywell, Palantir, and Rockwell Automation. Religious and secret societies, the Jesuits, Knights of Columbus, and extremist hate groups used to stage infighting as a form of chaotic distraction. Technological terrorism, Zersitzung and directed energy weapons. To maintain control, the deep state utilizes Zersitzung, a method of gang stalking designed to induce social leprosy and mental duress. These tactics are intended to discredit victims, making them appear mentally ill when they report being targeted by sophisticated military weaponry. These are the top 5 gang stalking tactics. Street theater, scripted, synchronized live performances by droned or entrapped subjects to gaslight the victim. Voice to skull, V2K microwaves pulsed into the skull to transmit voices. Victims report children asking, "Mommy, how can that lady talk with her mouth closed?" when thoughts are broadcasted. Directed energy weapon attacks, non-kinetic weapons, phasers, masers, lasers, causing hot needles or stings pushed into the flesh. Psychoelectronic weapon effects, visceral physical manipulation including transparent eyelids, seeing through closed eyes, and forced bowel evacuation to punish or embarrass the subject. False profiling, orchestrating rumors and bogus investigations to obtain illegal visa warrants for 24/7 monitoring. These weapons are used for demonstration neurocontrol, capable of bending toes backward or inducing rigor mortis in living subjects as a form of technological torture. Weaponizing the mundane, the IoT and AI surveillance grid. The surveillance grid is ubiquitous, utilizing the Internet of Things, CCTV, and smart dust to create a real-time tracking web. This system even utilizes bit whispers and air-gapped hacking via heat exchange to penetrate devices not connected to the Internet, leveraging an 8-mile broadcast band to alter data remotely. The grid generates automated problems via action scripting to ensure the financial destitution of dissenters. Voicemail/VoIP interference, digitally garbling or erasing communications from legal aid and family. POS and ATM manipulation, triggering errors at gas pumps or seizing cards to deplete resources. Carrier/postal theft, intentionally delaying or removing EBT cards and eligibility documents to cause toxic stress and food insecurity. Quote, "There is a plot in this country to enslave every man, woman, and child. Before I leave this high and noble office, I intend to expose this plot." Unquote. President John F. Kennedy, 7 days before his assassination. Reclaiming our freedom requires recognizing the legal fraud of the current system. Per 28 U.S. Code 3002, the United States is legally defined as a federal corporation, not a nation. To fight back, whistleblowers and victims are encouraged to prepare criminal complaints using the following codes against their corporate abusers. 18 U.S. Code 371, Conspiracy against the USA. 18 U.S. Code 2339B, Providing material support to terrorists. 18 U.S. Code 1956, Money laundering. 18 U.S. Code 2251 and 2252, Sexual exploitation and abuse of children. 18 U.S. Code 1001, Making false statements to federal agents. We must resolve, as Lincoln did in the Gettysburg Address, that this nation shall have a new birth of freedom, and that government of the people, by the people, for the people, shall not be replaced by a corporate-run slave grid. The cabal relies entirely on your inability to see beyond the lies of a carefully constructed culture. They operate through the secrecy of deep state underground facilities and the invisible reach of neural patents. However, once they're exposed and the technical receipts are in the light, the power shifts back to the people. They have been exposed in their methods. Now they and their methods will be removed. Quote, "Those who are able to see beyond the shadows and lies of their culture will never be understood, let alone believed by the masses." Unquote. Plato, if the technologies to monitor and manipulate your very thoughts are already patented and deployed, at what point does the silence of the masses become their own prison walls? The choice is simple: global resistance or the permanent, biological enslavement of the human genome. Where do you stand? Just know that this exposure dooms them. Now that the terms of engagement have been met, exposure, the military may engage them. The military is in complete control, but the question is, whose military?